Hey yo, what's going on everybody? My name is Tylarious. In this video, I want to talk to you guys about my first impressions of the Money Fronts DLC. We'll talk about the pros and cons. I'll give you my rating of the DLC and then just overall some final thoughts. And of course, in the comments down below, I want to hear from you guys. You know, what do you think about the DLC overall? It's been out for several days now. We've had an idea, kind of get through it and play some of the content. Let me know what you guys think and give me your overall rating as well. As always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like and make sure you are subscribed with notifications turned on to my channel. All right. Before I list my pros and cons, I want to make sure you guys understand, any kind of content new coming into the game, I appreciate. So any kind of content is usually, good content, something different, something new to break up, your average grind or whatever. So I appreciate that, definitely, and always. Thanks for that, Rockstar. That's very good. You guys are still putting in good content to the game. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with my pros. We'll go ahead and go down the list in no real particular order, just kind of things that are specific to me. And I know this may differ for everybody out there because each person plays the game a little bit differently, right? So first up, this is a no-brainer. The removal of the post-op sales for the MC business sales. That is huge. That's epic. All right, I still can't believe that Rockstar did that, and I think that is definitely a overall improvement for the game. I've always said this for years. If they remove the easiest and the best sale mission for MC businesses, which is most of you probably don't even remember, the duffel bag sale missions, that was a very simple, very easy, quick, and effective way to sell with MC businesses. If you got the duffel bag sale mission, you were like, yes, awesome. And Rockstar removed it. They claimed there was a bug or a glitch with it, so they just took it out of the game entirely. And years went by, and I always said, if you're going to remove the best sell mission, you got to remove the worst one that keeps it balanced. And finally, after 9 years, something like that, they finally removed post-ops vans for the sell mission. So that's a plus right there. We've got payout increases for the hangar business, your MC counterfeit cash business, and the MC ganja business. Now, you have to own the Money Fronts DLC businesses for these payout buffs to take effect, but it's well worth it. For example, owning the car wash will increase your counterfeit cash business by 35%, right, for the MC sales. Owning the smoke on the water increases the ganja sales by 35%, and then owning Higgins Helitours is going to increase your hangar business sales by 10%. So that's really important. That's a lot of money that you'll be getting over time. So the combination of the post-op trucks being removed, two of the MC businesses getting payout buffs, and then the hangar business getting another payout buff, that's epic right there. I just really hope that if we get any more of these businesses to apply, I hope the document forgery business gets a payout buff as well, because it really needs it badly. My next pro for the Money Fronts DLC are the vehicles. Definitely, I think some good vehicles have been released with this DLC. I'll list a few that I think are pretty cool in my opinion. The police bike is so fun. It's like a little RP, being a Chips cop. That's hilarious. I love that. The Tampa is really cool. I like that car a lot. I hate that it's drip fed, but it is what it is. Well, not drip fed, but hidden behind a paywall for now. Hopefully everybody gets it. The Rapid GTX, very nice car to drive. I like that a lot. Very good. The Everon RS, very cool truck. Very sporty, fun, pretty quick. And then the Sentinel GTS, the G80. I mean, that thing is gorgeous. It's a very nice car. Sounds good. Drives good. I think it's really cool. So some really cool added vehicles. And we got plenty more to come. I think there's another 7 cars to be released. So that's really cool. I appreciate that. Another pro that I gotta mention, and I think it's very important, the future content with this DLC. There is some really good content that has been data mined and has been made available or showcased. There is going to be some very good future content. For example, mansions are coming to GTA Online. Yes, we have to wait till the December DLC, but portions or the teaser elements to the mansions DLC is with this DLC. We just have to wait for a week or two until it starts to get drip fed out. So that's epic right there. In addition, Rockstar is going to be bringing zombies to the Cayo Perico Island for Halloween. So just like we had the Ludendorff, zombie up in North Yankton or whatever, we're getting zombies on Cayo Perico Island. In addition to that, we'll be able to start building and creating races on the Cayo Perico Island as well. So I think it's very important to mention that and to acknowledge that really good future content should be coming. And that's, thanks to the data miners from this DLC. So very cool. Last but not least, the missions are pretty fun. They're not bad. I mean, you can obviously spot the AGL, the artificial game lengther. It's fine, not that big of a deal. But the content is good. I appreciate it. It's fun. You got the legal business missions for each one of the businesses, the hella tours, the car wash, the weed deliveries. Those are good. Then you have the laundering missions. And then, of course, you have the favor missions, which tie into all the career progress. So that's really cool. I enjoy all of that. So definitely well done with some of the mission content. Now, moving on to the cons of the DLC. All right, bear with me here. There's a few extra than the pros, but let's just, take our time with it here. So first up, past career progress, the business itself is going to be pointless. It's the payout is not good at all. With double money, the car wash business for the laundering missions are paying out 70 grand, which is, good, right? But once that goes off of it, that's what it should be standard. The laundering mission should be paying out between 50 and 70 grand. And then the favor missions, those don't pay out well either. I mean, those should be paying out 75,000, and then the bonus should be 25 grand. You should be knocking those out for about 100 grand. They take a decent amount of time. Even some of the launder missions take a decent amount of time as well. And with the economy the way it is, it just doesn't pay out that well. And I think past career progress, most people aren't really going to fool with this. I really don't think so, unless you're just trying to get those awards knocked out and stuff. So I think that's going to be an issue. There's going to be very little replayability with the core of this DLC, the core missions. All right. Next up for the next con, the bugs. There's been some pretty substantial bugs. Now, as of recording today, one of the major bugs that we had an issue with, the current liabilities favor mission not tracking the bonus so you can complete your career progress. That has been hot patched. That's been hot fixed. That's working. It's good to go. However, the heat meter is still bugged out. There is a workaround for it. You have to close your app. You have to shut it down and then restart and do another car wash mission. So just as long as you don't let your heat get maxed out, which again, after all the career progress and stuff is done, people are just kind of leave this alone, and so your heat meter will get maxed out eventually. You can just close app and redo another car wash mission, and it should be good to go, or a legit business mission to knock down whichever business has maxed out heat. So the bugs are to be expected, but still, when it's part of the core elements of the game, it's very frustrating. This is a big one for me, man. No garage space. Come on, man. Every DLC that has new cars should have extra garage space. And no, it's just get GTA Plus for the 100 car. No, that's not. I'm not doing that. We shouldn't have to pay for garage space. That's wild. That's unbelievable. I mean, come on. Not even having at least 10 car garage. That's not cool. So that's a big con for me. I don't appreciate that, and it's just kind of cheesy. Rockstar, why would you not want us to spend the money that we've been, earning in the game? So let us buy the cars. Don't hide them behind paywalls. Let's get those. Let's buy the properties. But hopefully, I have got faith that soon with this new real estate business coming in with the mansions, we'll be able to buy plenty of garage space. So hopefully, we'll see what happens. Another con, kind of alluding to this, just more vehicles hidden behind a paywall. We've got 3 vehicles day one hidden behind GTA Plus. That's not cool, man. One of the fan favorites, the Tampa, the Suzumi, the Minimus, all behind GTA Plus, and they're going to be slowly drip. I'm okay with the drip feed. I've come accustomed to that because there's no actual paywall to it. It's just a time wall, right? But that's not cool. Let us enjoy the content for free, right? That we used to get for free. Another con with this is, I kind of already talked about it a little bit, but people will just kind of leave these businesses go inactive, and over time the heat meter will fill up, and it's going to shut those businesses down. So when you come back to play them, you'll have to launch one of the legal missions to get your heat meter cooled down. And it may be bugged out. You'll have to restart the console, or close your app and restart. That's, again, it's just more micromanagement, more maintenance, and it's just unnecessary, and that's going to turn people off to it as well. Really, no new clothes with this DLC so far. I mean, we had a couple of things that you unlock, a hoodie, a t-shirt, You know, you pay $3 million for the police bike, you get one of the police outfits that's in the game, right? So that's kind of a bummer. Another con, no new weapons. Now, I did notice there are 4 vacant weapon slots on the wall at ammunition, but that still doesn't mean that we are for sure getting weapons, right? And nothing from the DLC in terms of the code and from the data miners, nobody's found any weapons in here so far. So that's kind of a bummer. And another con, and I'll leave you with this last one right here. These missions, you know, it's very Red Rover style, right? It's very back and forth. I mean, you're kind of like an Uber driver for the quickie farm, you know, mission that is delivering pills, you know, driving around. Same with like the car wash, just kind of going back and forth. It is very micromanagey, kind of tedious. It feels very analog, in my opinion. It doesn't feel like it's a new DLC. It really doesn't. And that's going to lead me to my overall rating, and then we'll get into my final thoughts. So before you hear my rating scale, I rate these usually out of a 10. Sometimes I go out of 100. I don't know why, but usually out of 10. But my rating is, I'm very strict. And if I give a low number, it doesn't mean it's bad. I'll explain. So if I give a DLC a rating of a 5, that means it's a wash. You know, it was equally good as it was bad. It doesn't really add anything new to the game. Right, so a 5 may be low to a lot of people, but for me, it's just, you know, that's just standard, okay? So being a few days into this, my initial rating overall for this DLC, I'm going to give this a 5.9. That's higher than my overall, where I very first, you know, gave out. I think it was like a 4 or 5 or something like that. So, you know, the addition or the removal of the post-ops, you know, the payout increases, the cool vehicles, you know, the addition of the future events. Even though those future events are not here, it still is going to play a little bit on my initial rating so far. So my initial rating of the Money Fronts DLC, I'm going to score this a 5.9. And that's not bad, right? Like I said, anything from a 5.1 up to a 6.9, that's good. Anything, you know, a 7 to a 8 is going to be very good. 8.1 up to a 9 is going to be great, and then a 9.1 on up to like a 9.5 is going to be excellent, and 9.5 to a 10, that's damn near perfect and almost unattainable. So let me leave you with my final thoughts on the Money Fronts DLC. I think that this DLC would have been a great addition 9 years ago to GTA Online. It feels like an older DLC. It really does. I'm very appreciative that we got the Casino Heist DLC and the Cayo Perico Heist DLC, you know, much earlier, years ago, right? Because we've been able to enjoy this content for so long. I appreciate that. But I feel like this DLC, the Money Fronts, should have been here much earlier. It just feels like it's just more analog, like I was saying, and it doesn't feel like it's a late game DLC. Now, again, I appreciate the content; it's fun, but I think, you know, people are just going to go back to the metas after this and kind of still enjoy that, which is fine. It's okay. But I feel like this is just an older DLC, and it just kind of feels out of place right now. Again, hopefully with the addition of, you know, the mansions and things like that, that could be the swan song for Grand Theft Auto Online. We'll have to wait and find out. But good, decent content. It just feels like it should have been here much sooner. And maybe you guys can, you know, maybe you understand that. Maybe it kind of seems the same for you. I'm not sure, but that's just my opinion, my thoughts overall. And this is the first DLC where if you skipped it, if this wasn't even in the game, it wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't really be that much of an impact, right? So that's kind of a strange thing to say for a Grand Theft Auto Online DLC, but that's just how I feel about it. So you have my rating, a 5.9. Let me know what you guys rate this Money Fronts DLC initially in the comments down below. Tell me what you guys think, and give me what your, you know, overall kind of just opinion of the DLC is, right? There you guys have it. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel for the ills and reels content, the game smash. That means must smash that like button, and we'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace out. Yeah.